This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the chairman and CEO of ALX Resources, Mr. Warren Stanyer. Warren, how are you this morning?
I'm great, Gerardo, and thanks for the call and this opportunity.
No, look, thank you for taking the time. We have, for the most part, there are exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, the summer doldrums combined with, volatility in the broader indices has led to a pretty significant downward trend for most junior resource companies, right? Add to that a pullback in metals prices as the Fed, works hard to diminish the painful inflation it unleashed on the world. And you have a slightly tough market to navigate through. Despite that, there have been exceptions to the rule, and despite that, there's some companies that are doing some very good work still. You just received analytical results from the Electra Nickel project. This was an inaugural drilling program, and I just wanted to get your take, not just on the results, but on what comes next for ALX.
Well, we had a very busy winter season. We had 3 drill programs. We had decent gold results from the Alligator Lake gold project. Electra is second now in terms of when we received the results. And as you've heard from probably every junior resource company, the labs are extremely slow. We were, lucky in lithium and another company getting results back fairly quickly. But the hard rock stuff takes a long time to get through the mill, so to speak. So we're happy with these results. What we see is that in 2 instances of the 6 holes, we see the kind of rocks and the kind of mineralization, the magmatic sulfide, nickel sulfide mineralization, that this is what leads to finding deposits. There's a mineralizing system there that has the right attributes. The 6th hole in particular, the last hole of the program, we were blessed with a very late a late incoming spring, in that it was snowing all through April, so we were still able to function right into the early May. So unfortunately, at the end of that, though, it was getting pretty sloppy, and I wish we'd been able to drill some more, because the bottom of the 6th hole is where suddenly we had the highest nickel kick in the right rocks, plus a platinum kick as well. So this is the classic style of mineralization that you want in Ontario, is nickel with PGE mineralization. So it was just starting to happen, but that was the end of the program. So there is a reason to go back and drill some more.
Excellent. You have a pretty robust portfolio under the ALX umbrella. Tell me a bit about some of the other projects that you believe will see some work this year.
Well, we have uranium on the drawing board. We're waiting for a permit at the Sabre uranium project. It's a very interesting project because there's uranium mineralization on surface, which is several hundred meters of sandstone. Anytime you can find uranium, say above 1 or 2, 3 ppm, and you're finding it up to hundreds of ppm in altered rocks on surface. I mean, what does that tell you? There's some kind of process that mineralized that sandstone, which is normally about as mineralized as a sidewalk. So there's big faults running through the property. There's a lot of mystery about how this all occurred, and I guess that's our job as explorers, to go in and solve these mysteries. So I really want to get on the ground at Sabre this summer. Do some deep penetrating geophysics, look for conductors that no one has ever seen, because those conductors often are the sort of the base for mineralizing processes. This is where the uranium comes out of fluids and develops into a deposit. That's your MacArthur River, that's Cigar Lake. Those are the kind of deposits that we're looking for in the Athabasca. They're very high grade, extremely valuable, so it's worth looking for.
Nickel, Uranium, clearly you have a focus on the critical metals. Clearly there is, something rare in the world today, bipartisan support in the US and Canada, basically all around the globe, to establish independent critical metal supply chains that obviously need to include nickel and uranium. So I'm glad to hear you targeting exploration work on both those fronts. Warren, anything else to add to that?
We just have so much work to do all the time. What can I say? It's been quite a busy season, as I said, and there's a lot of results to come. Gibbons Creek, we drilled. That was the third program of the winter. Still waiting for results. So I'm looking forward to the next steps on these uranium properties.
Warren, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Gerardo.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.